Welcome, welcome. I'm Chromag. That is.
Turtle. Hey,
Okay.
hey.
So we're all over the place, and that's what we do here. Thank you for bearing with us this long hiatus, however long it's been. I would like to say thank you for listening, and we're going to
Oh,
just get
yes.
right into it. I want to start with NXT Takeover in Your House.
I just love that
You love,
in your house. God, I
right?
love that pay-per-view. Those were my favorites.
Yeah, but do you remember or even know why In Your House was called In Your House?
Because you're about to win a house.
Yeah, but do you remember why they did it though? But like why they did it?
Was it like a promotion thing? I
Yeah,
know they added in your house, backlash, in your house,
so
vengeance, so they were like add-ons to it.
it started because they're like, well, at that time it was, well, we have Royal Rumble, we have WrestleMania, we have like SummerSlam, right? What do we do for the months we don't? In your house. We're in your house. Like
Yeah.
that's exactly how
Okay.
it. That's exactly.
Man, just the whole theme of it, the house coming out of the garage, I love it.
Yeah.
The titles got crazy. The whole DX reunite in your house, Undertaker revenge in your house. Like they kind of like the names were kind of dumb,
In your
but
house,
I
vengeance. In
liked
your
in your house.
house, in your house, bad blood. In your house,
Yeah,
NXT takeover as a recent whatever. But honestly, I don't know why they didn't just keep it and call it
your house,
WWE in your house. Just
in your house.
that's it.
Just
That's it.
bam,
That's it.
because they were probably afraid that it might take over Summer.
So run it in like November.
That's true. Like,
Like
yeah, that's true.
you
Because
know, you know what I
I don't
mean?
know. Some people think it's like a summer event, but no, you can. You can play it anytime you want.
Like they don't do not the Fright Fest. What was the Halloween? Whatever. They don't do that anymore. So you could just run it whenever you
It,
want.
well, WCW had it.
Well,
I don't.
yes, yes. They did not.
WWE never supported October,
No,
did they?
no, not. They did something. They always did something. There was one every month, but I can't remember what it was.
I know they used to do like Bad Blood, canceled
Yeah,
that, but I don't know what month that was.
right. So I think the card because NXT I generally like, but here's the problem. I'm concerned that some of that talent is going to stay NXT, and not necessarily because they want to, but because management wants them to.
Yeah,
Like I
in that pay
wonder.
per view, there was a couple people I knew that were staying.
Well, here's the thing. Obviously, we all know Charlotte Flair should not be on there, so we're not even going to discuss that. Not today.
Yeah, she's already pushed.
But she shouldn't be NXT. Is my point. Like she's WWE. Like
Yeah, I mean, she's already moving forward, anyways. Like Monday, she was wrestling for
so
tag
stupid.
titles
That
with the
was,
champion. You know
dude.
what I mean? Like they're already moving.
She, I like her. I just think she's got this. Her character, especially, has this like God complex. Like I don't know.
Nature woman.
Yeah, but not though, because Nature Boy lost. Nature Boy wasn't always at the forefront. Nature Boy didn't always go for
Oh,
titles.
that's true. Nature
Like
Boy made you look like a superstar for 60.
yes, and it didn't matter. It wasn't always for the title. It wasn't always about him. This is all about Charlotte, and it's
Yeah.
she can wrestle. She's good. I like the character. I like the in ring performance for the most part. But anyway, so I think EO will probably be one of the next ones to go up from the ladies division.
Nah, you got to reverse.
You think she's gonna stay?
Yeah, Io. Yeah. I think Io's gonna stay in NXT, and I think Rhea is gonna go.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Okay. Ray. Okay. But why do you think Io should stay? She has the caliber. So does Rhea,
think,
but I don't like
yeah,
Rhea.
I know EO does, but I think EO is gonna break some records or try to attempt something at NXT, like Asuka did or something, or she's gonna do something a little bit more than they're gonna hold her. And I think they got a perfect fit for Rhea. You know, Charlotte's going back over doing her normal thing. Let Rhea chase her,
Right,
and then like
but
cause her problems.
Rhea is a heel, and I don't think she'll make a face. I just don't. I
Rhea?
think I
No, Rhea's neutral. She's like Randy Orton almost.
yeah, but dude, no, he was a babyface heel. Like, like, come on,
Randy Orton got forced to be a baby,
no,
and
no,
then
he
it
was a
just didn't work.
to me. Orton was always a babyface heel. Like, you know what I mean or no? Like he just has that natural.
Like
He looks like a good guy, but he's just
I didn't know
perfect
he
bad guy.
like I can't say if Randy was ever a baby face. To me, I think he was childish. Uh Maybe childish heel that was kind of close to face. You know what I mean? Like he was in that kid zone,
They tried to make him
but
a face, but
he just couldn't do it.
he is a natural heel.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Sharp, Rhea, I think she's a natural on the heel side. Neutral, yes, 100% neutral, fine, got it. Heel esque, like, you know what I mean?
yeah. I see. And also, since we're on this topic too, put another superstar in this little bubble here. I heard that Zack Ryder's girlfriend is going to get the push as well, and they're going to team her up with Charlotte.
Yeah, I see. You lost me. I was happy until you said that last part. Why? I just don't.
Yeah, it's their two characters. I guess they fit, and she's actually a good heel. It might work, but I don't know who they're going to pair a tag with like that,
I
unless she's going to be, manager, so to speak. But I don't think they'll do that.
I don't think they will either. I with that we're way off topic already, but that's fine. I think
I just want to throw her in that bubble because I knew she's going to be up with Charlotte.
right.
You're going to see her soon with Charlotte.
So, what did you? Well, let's go over the card for a minute. What did you think of? I don't know. Let's just start with. We'll go with Tommaso Ciampa and Karrion Kross.
Um, there. Oh my God, I was high hopes on that match.
Yeah.
And man, like out of all the matches that I thought they were gonna be like, all right, we got time. Let's just 3 minutes. That was not the match I thought was gonna happen. Like,
So
I thought they were actually gonna play it, but I'm not gonna get mad yet. I'm gonna wait for about 2 weeks to see how the story builds on this because I've already seen tonight. Ciampa get in the car, didn't say anything, and drove away. So he's got a mind frame going on right now. What I mean, so they're kind of building something. I'm gonna wait and see what that happens. But yeah, that match sucked.
I had high hopes, but I am not a Karrion Kross in ring fan at all. Actually, no. Hang on. Let me retract that statement.
Yeah,
Let me retract that statement. I enjoy his character. I don't think he does a good job with it. What I mean is, no, see, that's not right either.
psychotic part.
He doesn't look the part.
Right.
He doesn't look the part. It's to me, it's the equivalent of saying the Undertaker's a baby face. Like, no, he doesn't look like that at all. Like that won't work.
Yeah.
That will not work. So the character works. He doesn't look the part. He just doesn't look the part, and that's whatever. I think as a performer, he's pretty good. I think it's funny if you know anything about who he was outside of the WWE and who his wife is or girlfriend. Not really sure.
I think her girlfriend.
I thought they were married, but whatever. So who she
Might be.
was. So it was cool. who she is was. So she
Yeah.
appears to play like this dominatrix or like a
Shit, the
sub.
whole entrance sells it, really.
Right, but she wears those collars that have like the hooks, like as if she's got a leash.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
that's who she is in NXT, and it fits his psychotic, fucked up character. Great, but if you look at who she was before, she was,
Yeah.
and I quote, bringing sexy back to wrestling. She was
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
she was trying. Her character's whole point was to bring back the attitude slash ruthless aggression era.
They'll
Of
never
like,
do it.
no, they would never do it. 100% agree with you, but that was what her like character was, right? So
Yeah, that's why they changed it. It's like why they changed his first name, you know? Hell, kid, we can't use killer. It's too aggressive.
yeah, well, so we're getting away from, and here's what I think, and I could be wrong. They're like blending. I think what they're calling it the reality era, or new. No, the new era. Sorry, which is a
Yeah,
weird combination of attitude with PG.
pretty much, yeah.
Like, I think it sucks. I don't like it. I don't know if it's the characters, if it's the in-ring talent, if it's the promos they cut. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's there's no audience.
Yeah, the audience has a big factor into it, but there's, like promos and stuff like that. There's hooks and sinkers lately. You know what I mean? There's like, bam, you got it, and then it's like, I don't know where that was.
So to go on a tangent, I think Zelina Vega is the star of the
Staple.
COVID era. Okay, 100%. Like her alone, she's doing a fantastic job with those guys.
Oh yeah.
I think on the male side of it, I really think they're pushing Otis. It ain't working. He's only only staying afloat because they're kind of helping him. I love Otis, but like, dude,
he's gonna be a B comedy guy. So, overall, I can already see
he's always a
he's
mid-carder.
gonna stay in that bubble.
Part of it is, but part of it's his character though. It's not.
Yeah, but I love that character.
Yes, but that character, I don't
not-
think. I don't know if it's the character or it's him. I don't ever see main event. I don't ever think like main event or legend or Hall of Famer when I look at Otis.
I want to see him with Tucky.
Well,
I miss Tucky.
Yeah, but that's okay. So I wonder if. So it's okay. Okay. Bubba Ray Dudley, fantastic wrestler, fantastic performer. He will never be a solo main eventer ever, in my opinion. Never was, never will be. I don't think of him as a legend or a great in the solo side of things. I think he always needed somebody and always will need somebody. And that's just where I am. I think Otis is in the same category. Amazing, sure, or could be amazing. But no matter what, that character will always be needing something. Whether it's a valet or like... Yeah.
So it was like Christian.
So,
yes. When Christian broke off solo, he always had to have somebody behind him. That moral support guy.
Yes.
I like Christian. I'm a big Christian fan, but yeah.
I am not, but I still agree with you.
Yeah. I know what you're saying. Yeah, they break off, and some people have to have that what do you call it? A crutch.
Right. So but sometimes it's not the performer's fault. Like, you know what I mean, or no?
No, I do, because sometimes they get in a situation when they go solo, and then all of a sudden backstage they go like, "Hey, we got this young talent. We think they'll be perfect with you. Think you can work with him." Now they got to put like their effort into a new talent, like shining themselves. And I've seen that before too.
Right. So part of it is I don't want to say they need a crutch, because that's not it. Because there's plenty of performers that are amazing, but whatever reason, it just doesn't work
It's like a
alone.
comfort zone almost.
It's like as good as Edge and Christian were together, Edge shined alone.
Yeah.
As amazing Taker is, he was meh, I thought, with Kane. I loved the story, but I preferred his solo stuff. So,
Yeah.
you know, but then you got, for every one of those, you have I love The Rock and I love Mankind. But The Rock and the Sock was a great combination. They worked really good together. And they were good solo, good tag. Now that's not as good
They
of
were
an
yin and yang.
right. Now that's not as good of an example as the Hardy Boys, who I am not a Jeff Hardy fan. On stage, off stage, the guy's nuts, and he did anything for the company. I respect him for that. He's a hard fucking dude in that sense. But I think Jeff and Matt were good, really good together, and
Yeah.
I mean they were really good solo. I think
Stories they play.
I think Jeff is better alone, even though I'm not a Jeff fan. Especially as of late. I don't know what's the last time you watched Matt and Jeff solo. I don't think Matt's got it anymore. I think he's kind of That's just my take on it right now.
Said Matt?
Yeah, I don't think Matt's as good of a performer as he was. And I think Jeff is still to the same level. I think Jeff did not go down. I think Jeff's still Jeff. I think Matt is I think Matt went down.
I see what you're saying. Yeah. I like Matt though. He's
I'm a Matt fan. I'm a from the two,
he's
to
got
me,
that comfortable zone in that AEW.
yes, but he's kind of like it's almost like he's just like, I'll take the check in
I like
ones,
he's
please.
mixing the Hardy Boys now into his gimmick.
Yeah, it's just, I don't know.
Like you see him normal, and then you see him like go back into a broken, whatever you call it.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, the broken. I know what you mean. Okay, so with that, because we're what other matches? Okay, if you, and this is something I took. So I apologize to my. I don't want to call them friends because we're not friends, but people I like at the Get the Tables Twitch channel. I'm going to steal their idea and take. If you had to take one match from the entire In Your House, if someone's like, hey, I missed In Your House, I only have time for one match, an hour, but I can only watch one, what would it be? And what would it be and why? What would you suggest?
Yeah, okay, so this takeover probably was not best NXT takeover as
No. I'm saying from this card.
And yeah, but like if I would have to say it's gonna have to be the main event or either the Keith Lee match. Sorry.
So we'll just talk about the Keith Lee match for a minute. I really hope that motherfucker goes WWE like now.
Lee?
I love the dude. Like,
Yeah.
I don't like the fact that he's a fat slob and he's getting fatter. I wish he would. I wish he would lean up a little bit. But that aside,
I got that too. I'm like, man, is he getting soft or lazy? I've seen that.
Oh, he's getting big. He like noticeably big. Like, fuck.
So like, look at Seth Rollins too. I noticed him as well. Look at 2019 Seth Rollins, how ripped he was. Now look at him, how the Messiah. Oh, he's got the little belly now.
I don't like it. I don't like that at all. Because to me, that's your job. If you're in that business, that's your job. Period. End of story. Wrestler, bodybuilder, whatever, athlete of any kind. That's your job. You better take fucking better care. I don't care what you got to do. It's your job. At the end of the day, That's your job. And I think if Keith Lee toned up a little bit, tightened up, obviously I would like to see him with his character and his general demeanor. It doesn't matter what he looks like. So that's kind of a positive. Like,
I mean, this is
if Bobby Lash...
your thing here.
Go ahead.
Kind of quoting me into what was going to be the future of Velveteen Dream. Because I was questioning Keith Lee, right?
Mm-hmm.
He has the American title. With the title.
Yep.
Now that Velveteen can't get the, we'll talk about the match, but now that his future is not above in NXT higher level, what can he do if he doesn't get the push? Is the North American title. And I feel like I feel like honestly they're gonna keep Velveteen and they're gonna push Lee. I think he's gonna gun it for Keith Lee, and then somehow he's gonna take Keith Lee's title and they're gonna give Keith Lee that push to like SmackDown.
So 100% that has been my thought this whole time. And it's funny because I was thinking the same brand. I think Keith Lee, because the dude's talented in ring, he's fucking good.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
For being a slob, as far as I'm concerned, he's fucking good. Like, some of the shit he does, you're like, oh, damn. Like, in general, some of the big guys as of late, like, I know he's old, but
he's doing.
He's SmackDown.
He's actually getting comfortable.
To me, he's SmackDown.
Yeah.
He's SmackDown all day. There's,
and then if they want to make him comfortable, they can bring Mia with them.
They're not. I think she belongs on Raw.
Think so?
Yeah. I mean, unless she changes a little bit more, I think she's a better fit on Raw. Then again, you know what? I'm going to go with, I'm not sure. I need a little more time to think about that. A little more thought. But I think Keith is SmackDown all day.
I don't know if they're still going to keep the brand. You know what I mean? Because everybody's all over the place and all-star mixed match coin stuff. So I don't even know if it even matters anymore. But yeah, like I feel like if you could go both ways, say on both channels, you would be probably more comfortable.
But there's a general... I really hope they don't mix the brands too much. What I mean by that is, I know why they're doing it now. I know they're trying to get a feel out, but like, what if I could only watch...
to do wild cards.
Yeah, but what if I could only watch one day? I don't want to fucking miss it, you know?
Right, so, and then that makes you only choose one show.
Right. Yeah. So... I don't know. It's really hard because they got 3 fucking brands going.
I like the superstars now. On both, man. That to me.
So let's
have it going.
Let's go back, and this is where my bias is a little bit, and let's see what your thoughts are. Personally, going back to, let's say, when SmackDown and Raw started. It's not so much the case now, but for the longest time, people used to look at SmackDown and go, that's the comedy show. But here's the thing. That wasn't just the case. There was not a lot of serious, heavy-duty, like, oh, shit, in comparison to Raw. SmackDown was known for, like, if you want to watch 5-star matches every night, all night long, go to SmackDown.
Yeah, it was all strictly wrestling.
Top tier, the level of talent SmackDown had for so many years was like, oh my god. But I don't know if those guys could even cut promos. Some of them could, don't get me wrong, but it wasn't to the same level. Like Kurt's a bad example. So is Taker. Yeah, I'm trying to think.
Kurt.
And Lesnar had Heyman, so that's not fair. But I don't know. Just the promos they cut didn't seem as
promo
like.
Guy? Let's see here. Here we go. About here, Farouk. Farouk couldn't cut a promo unless he had a crowd behind him.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, I'm a huge Farouk. I love Farouk. But if you go back and watch one of his things, he always had somebody buy him.
Yes.
He had a promo. He had a stable. He had a tag team. He's never solo. Like way back in the day when he won the heavyweight title and all that shit. But
I think if
Rumble,
so, if here's a question. Fantasy. It's a fantasy question. How do you think? Now, don't take today. Pretend that COVID happened during the Attitude Era. Do you think The Rock would be The Rock?
I don't really.
You don't know what I mean? Okay. I think
During
the Attitude Era. Attitude. I don't think. But what I'm saying is, if this COVID shit happened with no audience during when The Rock and Stone Cold,
the way The Rock started, no,
it wouldn't work. They of all people needed the crowd. Now,
you know what made The Rock? It's when the crowd chanted "Die, Rocky, die."
oh fuck yeah! Well,
Flipped it.
Yeah, but do you remember what made Cena? Like when he really got his fucking balls. After he won the title, I think it was the U.S. title. Could be wrong. And I think it was the U.S. title. Anyway, it was when he did the Hall of Fame speech, and they're like, ooh, he's like, oh, I hear you. Anyway, and he went back to he basically was like, yeah, I'm here, don't care. So on to more important things, like that was just like I remember watching it live, going, oh shit, like he was just like, fuck you, don't care, don't care.
And that's the thing. That's the thing that the takeover was missing was that crowd.
Yes, and dude, okay, so and that was the other thing. The Velveteen Dream match, oh my god. It could have been so good. When I heard Backlot Brawl, I was expecting not necessarily live, but can you at least give me the proper time of day? It's sunlight out. Come on.
Man.
Come on.
Dude, that match.
And that was the other thing.
Was like watching those meters in the hospital.
Yes. And then dude, part of it too with that whole thing is like, I don't know. Some friends of mine are on board with shorter pay-per-views. Are you? Do you prefer pay-per-views how they used to be, or do you prefer what's going to be the new 2.5 hour, 3 hour pay-per-view?
I mean, I don't care about the pay-per-view itself. You know, what I really miss is those old school promos of like, hell, this guy about to kill that guy because of his brutal talent. Like they don't build it up of why we're in this situation.
They do not.
Miss that.
Yes, 1,000%. They're starting to.
Yeah, they need to pay back.
But
you're in it for 3 weeks of this whole rival situation. Why don't you recap?
Well, and that's the other thing. Why is it 3 weeks?
Yeah, I want the paper.
I want 3 months. I want these. I miss the fucking. All right, so here's the thing. I miss the long, overarching, crazy fucking, like, you and me are arch enemies, always will be, and like once every other year, twice a year, we'll have a little like 1 month feud. But like,
you're talking about Triple H and Batista's.
That's a good example. That's a great example, actually. You know, or the triple,
that build up,
or Taker and Michaels that went on for like 4 years.
Yeah, and then it even reversed back. He was like,
yes,
boy, you ain't coming back.
Yes.
Like he was reverse psychology.
Like, okay, I get part of that was the fact that Taker only wrestles once in a while. Fine. But regardless, there is
that helps all of them.
But regardless, there's nothing stopping them from running an older style Example, Bobby Lashley. There's nothing stopping him from coming out 9 months from now and just cold clocking R-Truth just because. Like, just because.
Man,
Like, it don't even matter why. Just come out and just...
what happened to Bob?
What do you mean?
I was such a huge fan when Bobby Roode came. Like, oh my God, go baby! Like I love Bobby Roode. It's like he grew a caterpillar mustache, his first name, and then I don't even know where he went. Like I don't. Does he even have a tag team anymore? Like
The but I don't know, I just in general I miss the long overarching, like, we always knew during the whole post WCW era, Hogan and McMahon were always going to kill each other. We knew that. You knew that. Right? Like,
right, and you always wanted to see it.
right. And even if they went on hiatus for a year, you knew deep down in the shadows McMahon was waiting to hit fucking Hogan with a chair. Like, okay.
Here's
How about this?
here's a good.
I don't like the closure. I don't like when they close the story out, but I'm okay with it.
Hogan's.
No. Any story really. So I think they did a perfect ending for the Miz and Shane. I think that was a great, phenomenal, like, dude, that match. I love that match. At Mania.
Wow.
Right? That was a great.
Yeah.
It was a great match. They did a great job with it. But how about next October? Shane comes out of nowhere with a fucking chair when the Miz is about to win a title and just fucking start beating the shit out of him again. Like, I told you we weren't done, bitch. You know what I mean? Just
like the audience that fresh remind, like, oh my God, right? He did say he would be back.
Just shit like that. Just random. And they don't even have to do anything with it.
The fun storylines that did that. Prime example was Austin and McMahon.
Yes, that's okay. That's I was building to that one, but we'll go right there. That's fine. Yes,
man, I'll put a prime example. As a teenager, I got grounded because of it was about to be the build up at the first time ever that Stone Cold was about to fight Vince McMahon. I was so excited. I think I want to say it was Backlash when I built up.
it was.
Oh my God, here comes the match. And then they were like, oh, well, Stone Cold, you said you can beat me with one hand tied behind your back. So, they do the whole thing. And they're about to have the match. And I'm all excited. Out of nowhere, the fucking Dude Love shows up, ruins, kills the match. Now we gotta wait for another pay-per-view build-up. For what? In my young child mind, I was so frustrated because I wanted it so bad. Now they got me waiting.
100%. But
man, it happened again. Oh my God!
And you were watching. You watched. You kept going. You kept going back.
Oh yeah.
Okay, now look. I understand right now. Okay. This might be an unpopular opinion and a little not completely accurate, but today I feel the WWE is headed down the same path the WWE was headed down circa 1994, 95. How do you feel on that?
What do you like, cartoons?
No, just like, dude, like, it's getting boring.
94, 95 was like cartoon. Yeah, they always had like the earthquake.
Oh yeah, you had everyone had a specific title, so I don't mean that bad. I mean, like, it's stale. It's like especially now.
Oh,
And
okay, yeah,
I understand right now specifically is COVID. It's the same, like
yeah.
3 matches every fucking week. Holy shit. Okay, I get it. I don't care. Because here's the thing, and here's why I don't care. I want more build up. I don't just want matches. I don't want to
Yeah.
see fucking Bailey and Sasha versus Alexa. I just stop. Like, I want to see. If you're going to do that every week, I want more invested. I want to see some promos, interruptions, fucking sneaky shit, jack their
I
car.
want that moment where she almost had. We have to wait a little bit longer.
So what I'm screaming for this at the top of my lungs. Bring back the Attitude Era. Now, I don't mean necessarily the adult content. I'm asking for bring back that fire, that passion where each performer, you could tell, like, put on the best match of their life every match, every night, because they wanted to keep their job. Because if they didn't, the WCW, like, they're not hungry. It feels like they're not. Don't get me wrong. There are a few. I'm talking the brands as a whole. Feels like it's
To me,
getting.
that's NXT.
What?
To me, that's NXT. Because, like, the Attitude Era was like, all right, you guys want to make money? Who has it? That's right. Who's going to make that promo? Who's going to build us, carry us on your shoulder? And it's just like, all right, here you go. Cut your promo. Who's going to build it up and be the number one star here?
I don't know. Yeah. Okay.
Back in the day, they had that. They had that. It's that Western feel.
Right. But is it me or does it feel that Raw has, well, SmackDown too, but SmackDown to me was always known for that. But is it me or does it feel like Raw has kind of lost their edge with promos, at least lately,
They don't use
as
them
a
a
whole?
lot.
Right.
If they do, it's a jump.
Now, how much of this is because Vince is like, well, we don't have the audience, so we can't do in-ring promos, and people are going to get bored if we do behind-the-scene promos again, and fuck it, just
Yeah, I agree. Yeah,
make longer matches, you know?
Yeah. And that's the thing. It's like being an old school wrestling fan guy. Backlash, what I'm looking forward to is going to be the Edge and Orton match. Because I'm like,
Dude, that was, yeah.
I've heard they've already made it, filmed. You know what I mean? They've had takes to like things really good match. They really wanted to like focus on it. I'm really hyped. Talking about a legit wrestling match. I really think they're going to do 35-minute tops of a great performance.
So, how awesome would it be if, and it would be terrible, it's a terrible business idea, but I would laugh and love it at the same time. If they come out, the match starts, Orton hits him with the chair, gets disqualified, match over, like within like 10 seconds. I would love that just because it's like, the greatest match ever.
And then just puts promo right there.
Yeah, that's it. Like, because it was the greatest match ever, like that. Like, because look, if you're gonna, they're not gonna go that. They're not gonna go.
They won't do it because the way the last.
The what?
They won't do that because the way the last match that was at WrestleMania, the last time it started, and they fought at WrestleMania.
Mm-hmm.
The way it started off, they won't do. Because remember, Orton was dressed up as a cameraman.
Yeah, I do, but at the same time, like, it'd be funny to watch the greatest match ever end in like a second.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean?
They
like,
would riot.
Yeah, but that's
We've already got too many riots.
Yeah, fair enough.
We don't need another one. Yeah, Vince, that would do it for Vince.
But that I would
they go straight to Colorado.
I would love that though, just because it's so not expected. You know what I mean? Like, people would go,
"Oh yeah,
wait,
yeah,"
and then of course some people go, "No, it's funny." It's
did
funny.
he even ring the bell? Is it?
It's funny. That's why it's funny. Come on, it's funny. Like, let's go here. It's funny. That's why I wish they would.
And then just have somebody like restart.
Or
We're not
or
half or not.
now this would also go mad if now it will never happen, but it'd be funny if like Bischoff came out and was like, "Whoa, whoa, whoa, whoa! This just became a, whatever, just some crazy dude." The WCW, like, they tried so hard. This just became a Judy Bagwell on a forklift match. Like, what the fuck is this?
Triangle. Crisscross hardcore.
Finish the applesauce before the bell hits the floor match. Let's go. Like, what the fuck is this?
We'll put.
Like, they were trying so hard because they couldn't come out and say it's a TLC match. They couldn't do those.
They put so many shit on the title.
Oh.
I mean, on the like a Money in the Bank.
Dude,
And this is, you're not wrestling on Thursday tonight.
right. Like, go get out of the gimmicks. Like, there are gimmicky matches everyone loves, but when they're that gimmicky, like the backlot brawl, back to the NXT, to me, really, the first time a gimmicky match happens, it's hit or miss. I mean, you look at the Boneyard match. That was a hit. The backlot brawl was a miss, but I kind of enjoyed it in a weird way.
I enjoyed it. The only thing I was kind of like, man, the angle on this a little bit better was the headlight from all the cars.
I didn't like the story build up. I thought it was shit. Personally, it wasn't intense enough or long enough. Whatever. It was okay. It was good. It just wasn't my favorite. I wouldn't, The camera angles were pretty solid. The spots they picked were pretty good choices, honestly.
In these movie things too, and I noticed you gotta like point out like Easter eggs that they lately throwing in. And I've been noticing that one guy was saying, "Oh yeah, the gimmicks, or we're bringing back the old school of that In Your House, right? The 25 years, and they were doing the Ico Pro commercials and the ice cream bar. They were so good,
They were really saying, good, yeah.
Yeah, I love them. And then I heard somebody saying that Velveteen dressed up with the leather jacket in the bat was what's her buddy from The Walking Dead?
Yeah, so he was dressed like that, but at the same time there was a little.
I don't.
Go ahead.
I don't think it was The Walking Dead.
It was because of the baseball bat.
I see. This is where I disagree.
So what would you put it as?
I feel like he was paying respects to Hot Rod Roddy Piper.
Okay.
When he had the street brawl with Goldust, he came in with a leather jacket and a baseball bat. And it was a street fight.
Yeah, but it was a different look. It was a different look. And
it was
the okay, we're just gonna have to sit on that one. I'm gonna have to sit on that one because I can't tell you yes or no on that one.
Maybe
at all.
Because the scarf. I don't know what they're.
Yeah, so that makes sense too. I'll buy the scarf. I guess that would be the pushing point. 100% pushing point. I'll go with that. I'll buy that one.
I just felt like he was going for the hot rod thing.
See, I didn't though. At first, I don't watch The Walking Dead. I've seen like 3 episodes in my life. I saw him. I'm like, that's fucking Negan, whatever his name is, right?
And Negan.
Thank you. I don't even know, right? So it's that. I knew that. Boom. Got it. Done. To me, that's one of those things where, like, you see Tegan Knox as an example. You see what she's wearing. My first thought, without even knowing, is, oh, that's Captain Marvel. Like, it's just,
right, yeah.
So that's where I think that falls
I get
into place.
that, but I just when to me, when it came through, we've been seeing all those 25-year, anniversary commercials, and then I was just trying to put like wrestling themes into what people are doing. I wouldn't think outside the box of like Walking Dead. It was the first thing that came to like, oh my God, is he doing hot rod car scene? They hold the whole OJ. They clipped the OJ car scene
Yeah.
The whole
Okay. Well, here's the thing too, though. I noticed about Velveteen. A lot of his bigger matches, he pays homage to something,
he does.
which is cool, and
He does.
I really like him for that. I don't like him outside of that, and I'm not a fan of his matches, but I love that. I love that part of this
No,
character. Like, you know,
are all respects for the legend. He had Macho Man, and
yep.
then what was his other one? Was it the Honky Tonk or is it a Rat Machine Rick Rude?
Well, I thought it was
I
Rick
know he
Rude. I thought it was Rick
Rude, I think.
Rude, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, could
I,
be.
I don't. I didn't follow him or really watch too much NXT for a long time. So, okay, but the match in a whole, I think even if it was different people in doing that, I think it wouldn't have been much better. I think it was just a bad idea. I think even if you would have put like
They had good spots.
the spots were good, but as a whole, it was just like, dude, like it just felt awkward. It's 7:30, 8 o'clock, 8:30, whatever time it was, and no matter where you are,
They're filmed in Universal Studios, most likely.
yeah, it was just weird, and I didn't like that. Like, dude, make it appropriate at least. I get it. If Backlot Brawl, when you hear that, you think nighttime, dark alleys. You think shit like that. So I get why they did it, how they did it.
Yeah.
And you can't put that at the main event. Fine, whatever. It just takes away. Even my kids were like, "Oh, this isn't live," and I'm like, "No, it's not, guys." And I think
that's
that
that's the reason it wasn't main event. It was clip film.
right. So if you're gonna, I don't know, because even my kids, they're 11 and 8 and 3 or 4. Sorry. If you're gonna put a match that's, I don't know, like if they're gonna keep this route and go record it all the time, you're gonna lose a lot of fans when I come older, because you're gonna lose you're just not gonna have it, you know.
Miss, man. Yeah, this time era where Vince is probably trying to step in. Where like, hey, we got WWE films. This is a perfect opportunity to like make plus matches at the same time because we don't have any fans. We can edit this any way we want.
Right, but that has long-term implications because we know
It does. The only matches I've seen so far that I like is the Taker and AJ. They film.
Well,
Even
no.
AEW is doing it. I'm kind of like, come on, man. I wish there was a little bit of live moments.
Well, and Raw is supposed to be now, so is SmackDown. But
Yeah.
it's NXT is, I believe, exempt for whatever reason because it's a school. There's some weird like implications they're allowed
I went
to.
to college. They full sale.
Yeah, I knew there was a reason why they're exempt from the needing to be live because part of the Florida Live implications was that it has to be live, or WWE cannot continue as essential. So, but we know that at least most of the states are starting to open. Like New York, where I live, we're in phase like 2 or 3 already. So the country's pretty much open. So I don't know if it matters too much now. But how do you feel about the hockey glass? Like I think it was awesome to finally put that up. Like that was cool.
Yes. All right. When I first seen that, I'm like, please, somebody get body checked.
Yes. I thought
First thing I want.
I thought the same thing. It didn't happen right away.
Drew McIntyre teased us a little bit.
A little bit.
Body checked, like he hit somebody into it, right? And like kind of hit it, right? And I'm like, okay, here we go. There was a notice. Notice the plexiglass there. Okay, we got it. I give him that. And then when man, Lee chunked him. That camera, I'll give them like 10 out of 10 on that camera. Hey, he went through that plexiglass.
Dude,
holy cow!
I was like, they finally did it. Yes, like I was so pumped. I was concerned they were never gonna. I was concerned they were just gonna not do it, and I was like, oh. But then they did it, and I was like, yes, the win. It was pretty sweet. Not gonna lie.
That was like I was thinking. I'm like, okay, you got your fans, the AEW. They got.
So now
you got the plexiglass on them up.
How do you? What's your opinion on how they ended the main event with Io and Charlotte and How'd you?
Oh, I already knew that. So I felt,
No,
in the action,
I felt
it was
the
a good finish too.
right. No. So I don't. I'm not so much referring to who won. I'm saying how it played out. What's your opinion?
The
Because
finish,
I think it was perfect.
finish was great
Because
because it keeps Charlotte strong.
right, she didn't lose. She just didn't
No,
win.
and then she kept the figure eight in.
And
She didn't let go of the figure eight.
and if you were looking closer, she was trying to like fucking let it go, but
Yeah,
like it's
she couldn't let go. She couldn't let go of the lock. Yeah, kept her strong.
there was another. So there was a old match I was watching because I randomly just watch random old matches, and it was Triple H was in it, and he locked in something. I forgot the name of the move. It's not a move he does, and it was funny because like the way it locks in, like you actually have to have someone unlock it, or you're gonna break. You could break an ankle. Like I can't remember what it was, but the referee like had to undo. The referee was like, "Okay, enough," but then like they didn't let go, and the referee had to like move his foot because it was actually locked in. Like it was kind of cool.
Oh,
I can't remember what it was though. It was Triple H and oh man, it was an older match for sure. But changing topic, way off in the middle of nowhere. I decided to finally undertake it, but I'm gonna have to throw in the WCW in the mix, which is gonna be a headache. So I might not do this. But I went back in the beginning of '96 and I started watching Raw. And dude, it's embarrassing. It's almost bad. Like it's almost embarrassing to watch.
that's in the characters where they're like trying to be
It
personal.
was just so bad. Like, dude, like
You're-
he's
Yeah, that's the
like,
blend right there.
oh, and they had good
They're
talent.
even the cartoon character names, they're trying to be personal. Like the whole, for example, Shawn Michaels led the way, right?
Yeah, but Shawn Michaels was always Shawn Michaels. Just was.
Yeah, but you got to think as what it was. They didn't represent Shawn Michaels.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Oh, speaking of that, The Undertaker, correct me if I'm wrong, please. The Undertaker is the only cartoon character to survive.
Survive, yeah.
Because
Don't you
even,
think
well, the Ringmaster became Stone Cold.
Sting's still around. You Sting.
But that wasn't really a cartoon, though. Like, and that wasn't WWE either.
Come on,
I'm
man.
talking WWE.
Okay, WWE.
Yeah. What cartoon character survived? Not a single one. Not a Hunter Hearst Helmsley, Triple
Like
H
what-
doesn't count.
How many years does he need?
What?
Does Kane count?
No, but I'm referring to more people that came out as I'm the plumber.
The Arrow.
I'm
Yeah,
the
okay,
Undertaker.
I got
I'm the circus. I'm the circus leader. Like, no. I'm talking like that.
Yeah.
Like the Undertaker is the Undertaker. The Ringmaster.
Yeah, besides special appearance, the Tatanka, but Tatanka was himself.
Right, but that no, we're not. I'm not gonna. I can't.
Yeah,
credit that.
I don't, man.
The
yeah,
Takers.
Doink the Clown maybe, but yeah, Doink the Clown didn't even make a special appearance. Doink the Clown.
No, dude. I'm
Three.
I'm talking from the cartoon era into the Attitude era. Right. I mean, HBK was.
No, you're right. No, you're right.
That's it.
Yeah.
Taker's the only one.
Goldust maybe.
Ooh. Yeah. But yeah. Okay, but he kind of faded and stopped. He didn't like.
Goldust is doing his own thing, but like that guy right there, if he would have stayed with WWE and kept that character, he would have done.
I didn't. He was just weird. It was like.
And right?
I was so uncomfortable watching. I was so uncomfortable watching Goldust. It was like,
Yeah.
like I wanted to like.
Only one guy can pull it off, man.
As a kid, you're just like, what? I can't do this. Change the channel. But that means he did
man.
that means he did his job. So that's actually a
Exactly.
compliment to him. But yeah, the Taker was the only one that survived that era
Yeah.
as a real like true gimmicky gimmick that kept going. HBK, I guess, because he kept going and he stayed the same, but he didn't really. He became DX for a
HBK
while.
always
So
evolved.
right, I'm talking not really evolved. Now, yes, I understand the Undertaker evolved into American Badass, Big
Yeah.
Evil, then back to Taker,
He
but
always went back though.
he was still Taker, and he was Taker in the Attitude Era. No one else did that. I
But
mean,
yeah, he was the ministry in the Attitude Era. That was some dark shit right there.
and he needed to be, and he did a great job.
Yeah.
And dude, I don't think so.
And at the
To
same
me,
time with the ministry, oh my God,
So-
he brought so many young talent involved in that.
let's just start this. Ready for this? Now, this is how I think it will be until end of times. You have jobbers, you have mid-carders, you have main eventers, you have superstars, you have the legends, you have the Hall of Famers, and Taker. No?
I guess I can. I know you're saying. I wish there was. When Triple H, when he was young, he was like, man, always too low. He was like, I always wanted to be on this legacy name level where everybody didn't matter what city you were, they would show up compared to like A-Star, like where they'd be like, hey, Triple H is wrestling. Oh yeah? Who's he wrestling? You know what I mean? Compared to like Triple H is here tonight. Oh man. Well,
Yes.
it didn't matter.
And I feel that way about him. But what I'm saying is, like, you know, when
But
you
he did like example, but just like 2 examples. You know what I mean?
what I'm saying is
your name and who it was.
right. My point was I don't think anyone can ever match anything that resembles Taker's career.
No.
Not the longevity of character, not the die hard.
That's
like
the thing. What you said, right? He changed, but he never changed. He changed his cost. He was
did-
always.
well, Big E when he was American Badass, he was like,
He was still the dead man.
yeah, sort of. But here's the thing, though.
Digging holes and what do you say? Digging holes and taking souls.
Right. Okay, fair enough. But I don't. My whole point was like, there's stuff he did that no one will ever match, and they can't. I mean, they could, but like, to be on top
And
for
at the same
that
time, the
long.
American Badass, you know, that was Mark Calloway. That was him.
That was him being himself and opening up, but it was within the confines of the Taker. So
Oh yeah.
it was the same level.
Since we're talking,
Go ahead.
I was about to say, talking off topic of Undertaker here. Remember when everybody tried to get Undertaker to break character? They try to get him to spin a Rudy.
Yes. Oh, dude, that's so funny. That's one of those moments where it's like, oh, he because he talks about that with Stone Cold on Broken Skull. He's like,
He does, yeah.
He's like, I almost lost it. I almost lost
if
it.
anybody's never seen it, oh my god, yeah, watch it, please.
I
When
think.
Vince comes out,
Okay.
that's the greatest shit.
So hold up one second. I think anyone that is a wrestling fan that is over the age of alive, I think, I'm kidding. Realistically, if you're over the age of like 15, 16, I think you should watch the behind the scenes stuff because it gives you a new perspective. And look, there comes a point when you realize, yeah, it's not real. I get it. Fine. But like, dude, like some of the behind the scenes stuff. Yeah, Vince coming out for that moment.
Gives you more respect. To
You
that
knew
character.
Vince was like, I'm gonna break you and it's gonna be funny.
Yeah,
Not like,
Yep.
and he wouldn't have got mad because
that was like real life, like back scene happened.
did
in
you
front
ever?
of us, and like we didn't know.
Did you ever hear about when Vince? Any interviews when he's talked about DX, he's like, professionally, I was pissed, but I was entertained and it was hilarious. Like so, like
Yeah, and then the ratings as well. That like gave it. It's like I can't play. No work.
He goes, they should have done it, but it was entertaining.
Yeah. Oh,
And it was. I mean, like one of the first things I remember watching is I didn't know who any of them were. I knew who China was at that time because I was just flipping through the channels and I hear this dude go, "Now me and this guy got the jumbo weenies. What are you bringing, girl?" And she pulls out this fucking like 6-inch by foot long fucking pepperoni log. It is like it's funny because she's a dude, but not. But like it was just shit like that and. Like Vince said, it was unprofessional. Now, on the topic, the topic of the Attitude Era, I didn't know this. I thought it was always scripted. So there came a point when I learned it wasn't real. I thought it was all scripted, with a few exceptions. I didn't realize that they still had some liberties. I thought it was like a movie. Like I really thought it was like a movie or show when it was like these are your lines, pretty much. Go ahead. It wasn't, because when Bret Hart came out and was like, you know what, fuck you, you're a bunch of degenerates, he meant it. That was from his heart. And they're just like,
oh, it's all real. Yeah.
Yes, we're Degeneration X. Like, I thought it was scripted. Yeah. I did not realize.
At Vince?
Yeah,
when he spit at Vince, we got a new character. Right?
Hang on, you cut out there.
That's what made... When he spat at Vince McMahon, that's what we got right there. We got Mr. McMahon. That was a brand new character.
That was the other thing. Dude, I loved hating Vince. Like, to this day, I wonder, is he really a fucking decrepit old asshole like that? Like, and he's mentioned it.
Yeah.
He himself, it goes...
Dude, he tells it, man.
He's like, I'm intense, but I hated people that were like that. He goes, so it was easy for me to do that. I'm thinking, wait a minute.
All right.
Like,
duplicate an asshole?
Like, why? Because you don't like it? Or because he tries not to be, and it's just so natural for him, regardless. Remember the Kiss My Ass Club? That was priceless.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I loved watching McMahon. And then, here's the thing. He was juicing hard, and I don't care. And he was getting big and bulky, and he was looking good for some of those matches, dude.
Yeah.
He was looking hell.
He was in magazines.
If you look back in the 90s, he was like, who's this chump? And you look at him in like 98, you're like, yo, he's a big dude. Like, you know?
Yeah. That's the thing. Hey, and that is the thing, man. You're like, man, Stone Cold is about to stomp the shit out of this business guy. And then when the pay-per-view happened, he took his shirt off.
You're like,
damn, man. Yeah. Yeah. It was Jack.
Fuck yeah. Well, with that said, what would you give out of 5? What would you give NXT as a whole for TakeOver In Your House?
In Your House? Okay, because I'm a big believer that NXT eyes on fan calls and like that heartbeat, that like this heartbeat,
the energy,
and I think that was the downfall. Mm-hmm. Yes. So I would have to say, like, overall, I was entertained. I would give it.
What would you give it? You're cutting out.
Oh, I'm sorry. I would give it an 8.
Okay.
8 out of 10. Yeah. It's just, because there was a couple matches that were just like, and we could have maybe changed that a little bit, and it would have been like really great. And why did we do that? But overall, like, I understand some of the main matches why they did that, and I can move forward.
So I would give it. Actually, I did give it a 3.8, which would work out to be a. I can't think. 7.6. So pretty much the same thing you did. And it was... There were some highs. There were some lows. I mean... Now, if you're talking comparison to, say, Backlash, which is WWE, I would not give it a 7.6. It was not that good. But for an NXT, yeah, it was absolutely almost... I'll say a solid 8, fine. It was good. I was entertained. I enjoyed it. I have been very disappointed that it only lasts 2.5 hours, but I understand why. And because then you get these overloaded matches, overloaded cards rather, they all require a build up. So now you're cramming shit together. I get it. It makes sense. But I'm also concerned that by doing that, we're going to miss the chance to have a 6-month story build up before we even see an actual match. And I want that. I don't want it. I'm tired of it going to 4 weeks of shit match. Why can't it be like, something happens the week before the pay-per-view or the week during the pay-per-view, and 8 weeks later,
right.
8 weeks later, something actually occurs. So with that in mind, I think Dexter Lumis is going to come gunning for the Adams Cole's title soon.
Yeah. I don't want. I don't want to watch it now. All right, with spoiler alerts, but yeah, it's already happening. It's already towards Adam.
Damn it! Already? See, they ruined it already. They already ruined it.
Yeah, they're already pushing.
That's too soon. I mean, I get it. Maybe have a little hint. I'm gonna watch it in a little bit because I didn't because we were chatting here today.
He's already basing it towards. I felt that way when he already kidnapped 2 of the undisputed.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
You got to go for the big boss.
Precisely. Well, thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us, and we will talk to you next time.
Oh, yeah.